And in a previous life, I ran auctions, particularly for carriage driving, people that known as the Reading Carriage Sales, based in Berkshire in England. And in the sale that we used to hold in early May ahead of Royal Ascot, you could be guaranteed that top hats would make 3 or 4 times as much as they would at any other auction.
Well, and particularly ones looking like that.
Oh, that would make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And interestingly, one of the rarest types of top hats is one that you would have that was back in the day made out of beaver skin, and that's what a guard on the back of a road coach or a stagecoach would have once worn, and they're very difficult, and people used to do things like buy a grey top hat and stain it with boot polish or tea to get it to go to wonderful brown colour, but unfortunately it was fine until it rained.
Okay, not a good look. But anyway, let's see how the sole Spanish competitor get here. One of 16 nations competing here, 37 athletes, and obviously on an individual basis. Beginning, as I say, the whole thing looking very elegant with the 2 graves on the, and it just looks extremely nice. But again, just in terms of what we're seeing, you're the expert here, just feels does it look a bit scrappy, or am I not correct? Am I being unfair?
We're looking at something different. You have a very different breed of horse here in these Andalusins, and again, one of our heritage breeds that have tremendous presence. Now, often part of their natural way of going is what we would call a slight dish. It's not part of that. It's indeed encouraged, because the way they play, these aren't doing it quite so much, but a lot of them have this natural dish with their front feet that they throw them out. Now, that's not necessarily what we're wanting to see in a dressage test, because you are looking for a straight movement and straight action. That said, the judges will judge what is in front of them. Interestingly, talking to one of our, well, probably our most senior British judge, who's also chairman of British Carriage Driving, Andrew Council, and he was judging recently at the Young Horse World Championships that were held in Hungary. And he was saying, particularly with the young horses, you judge what is in front of you, judge the capabilities of the horse in front of you. So the judges will also be, well, they have their standards, what they're looking for, what they will reward. They will be aware also of what is in front of them at this moment. There he is. Oh gosh, now that is a Spanish flourish as well, holding the whip up like that. There's so much style to this turnout. But the Spanish in particular, they adore their driving. It's absolutely central to these huge ferries they have all over the country, but particularly in the south. And the horses parade, they go around the old bull rings, they parade through the towns, everyone gets dressed up, their harness and their vehicles, and they really specialise in doing some very varied hitches. Obviously, we've got the 4 horses here, a team quite conventional. They'll have all sorts of different variations, 2 in front, 3 behind, and they love their driving. The quality of harness in particular, it's hard to be beaten anywhere in the world. The Spanish harness is legendary. The beautiful sort of mahogany hue they get with the particular dyes and treatment they have. And there is a movement that has grown great legs in Europe, but nearly 30 years old now, called Attelage de Tradition. It was started by Christian de Langlade, who was actually a driving trials competitor for France back in the day. He's a baron based near Paris, and he opened up this new competition that happens over 2 days where you're celebrating traditions. So you want to have a traditional carriage. It's given them a great new job. Even carriages that can't be used in the show ring, they have a place in these traditional competitions, and the Spanish in particular really excel at this. Right in front of Anne-Marie, she's got her assistants there, she's giving her scores and comments as we're going, concentrating hard. These judges have to make so many decisions. If you think we've had 19 drivers today, we can do the maths, with 22 movements plus another 2 marks to take it up to 24. So each test needs 24 marks. And some remarks, some comments as well. And we've had 19 today. If you've judged at a big championship and there's 2 days, you're making hundreds and hundreds of decisions, and they have to come around very quickly. And we'll have this once we get to the cones on Sunday, that if there's an error of course or something happens that's in breach of the rules, the judges have to make the decisions and the calls so quickly. So a lot of mental agility from our brilliant judges, as well as the drivers and competitors and the horses. So we're just on our penultimate competitor. It's gone by so quickly, hasn't it?
I just just thinking, where's the day gone? But
yeah,
it's been a very fascinating and illuminating day, and in small part due to your knowledge, Sarah, so thank you. And going to the rein back for our Spanish competitor.
that was fine. Just a little bit low perhaps on the horse's camera angle we could see, but it was doing the work. You want it to look seamless. You don't want it to look like it's too difficult. And back into the hand again. Oh, elbow sticking out. There we go. You have to just try and make it look as easy as possible, but holding all those horses in that one hand. There we go. Back to the side of the arena, back to the boards again. And you back into the two hands. That's a nice feeling. Just rebalance them on that corner up to sea again. You can just see the afternoon shadows just starting to stretch over the arena. And this free walk. Keep them together, don't let them jig-jog. Show a bit of relaxation, but still you want a purposeful walk. You want a clear 4-beat in your walk. With your trot, you want a clear 2-beat, boom, 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 and with 1, 2, 3, 4. And if at any point in it you can have the feet falling in the same sequence, so that you almost look as if there's one horse from the side vision, you can't see it. That's really what you're aiming for, and to get that rare moment of brilliance is what we all aim for, whether we're driving a pair, just 2 of them together, or 4 of them. To have those moments when the feet are falling together, it's just a moment of magic when they go light in your hands and it comes together, and then something happens, like they spot a TV camera and a reminder that you're working with some animals here. And hitting the center line again. Come on, Llibert. Nice flourish. Let's have a nice Spanish flourish. Oh, not too much of a flourish.
Just a little bit exuberant, the front right there.
Absolutely.
Just wanting to...
stealing the moment, I think.
Yep, grabbing the limelight.
All about me, yes. But there's no I in team. We have to keep reminding the horses that. Well done. Let's see, does it go back on the same angle?
Of course it does. It never moved until then, but...